This is Diggerman Fly on RC in Motion, and today I'm gonna present to you guys something I've been working on, I'd say the past week, 2 weeks, and I actually made a video of it, and it was the axial SCX10 transmission with the dig. Now I've been working on it for a while, that's why I haven't been posting videos in a minute now, I'd say for a week, 2 weeks, but what I have here is my FlySky FS GT3B. Yes, that's the way it is. And I slightly customized it and gave it a little paint job. It's kind of tired of the old black. I left a couple areas black. But I was just a little tired of the old black theme. But this goes together with one of my trucks that I painted slightly the same, and it's the SCX10 that I built with the dig. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. So here it is, guys. Here is the SCX10 I've been working on. You guys can see I have the Chevy, half of it, the other half I got rid of. I painted this actually yesterday on a blue and kind of black theme going on. I got the door handles painted black, and I got the grill painted chrome, and the grill on top painted chrome as well. As you guys can see, I have the gas tank, the gas cap as well, painted black, and I customized the paint on here to make it look like a bed kind of deal, and the sides of course black. If I can show you guys there, you guys can see the pattern. I actually used drywall tape, those little squares, and gave it a tad of black, and then painted the rest gray to give it kind of like a grainy metallic look. I ran the shocks up through the side here. Let me see if you guys can see that. Okay, and here I have an RC 4-wheel drive 6-lug aluminum wheel with the can't remember what type of tires. I think they're like rock something, but they're the tires as well. But these are the flat irons with the regular axial bead locks. So let me go show you guys the internals here and show you what it's got. So here you have pretty much what it's kind of a mess what I did, but let me go ahead and turn it on here. So you guys can see I have SCX10 selected on my radio and a little switch. All this was built by myself. I bought the kit back in 2011, I believe, 2011, early 2011, when they still had the kits available, and I built the entire thing from bottom up. This was the upgraded, where you have all your 4-link suspension is aluminum, all your hubs are aluminum, and I think that's pretty much all the upgrades that it actually brought. Just a couple aluminum pieces for the shock, for the transmission, aluminum gear as well. It was just an upgraded. So it came out to like roughly $284, I believe. But let's go ahead and turn it on. There goes the ESC. For the electronics, I am running the Novak crawler ESC with dig. You can actually plug the dig right here. It's submergible, so it's kind of water resistant, and nothing's ever waterproof. I'm running the 10 amp BEC from Castle Creations. This is a 3 racing winch, and I'm running a Hi-Tec 645, I believe, Metal Gear Servo. This LiPo is the Integy 5.2. I believe is 40C. With this, I can, no joke, on the setup that I have, I can run 4 hours non-stop crawling. That's non-stop crawling, and it's proven. I ran it actually. I am running, the motor is an Integy 45 turn motor, and of course the dig, you guys saw the video. It was kind of a tough spot to put it in, but I actually had to turn the entire setup around, so the servo is nicely tucked before it hits this cage in the back, so it's right here. And with this third channel here, you guys can see here, the servo runs perfect and smooth. You have to fix the exponentials and the trim just a tad, so that way it won't click as you're running your setup. What else? The winch itself is wireless, so no need to program your radio. I know I gave a tutorial once on how to program it with the Fly Sky radio without the third channel, so you can actually run it. But this one's the wireless version. So let me show you guys here. Okay. And that's the wireless version. Now I had to do a mod on these because all these wireless winches, you have to upgrade the range. So what I did, I took a small, I'd say a small wire, sort of like the one that your receiver includes, and I soldered it to the antenna itself on the little receiver box they give you, and then ran the cable all the way to the ESC. So you guys can see here, I ran it and I soldered it at the side of the ESC right here. So that way I have power and I don't have to turn it on and off, on and off. That way you get the power from the ESC and from the battery. So everything runs on one single, pretty much on one single unit. So that's where the BEC comes into play. You want to have that current going to where you need it the most. And when it comes to the winch, I don't need to turn on a switch or anything. I just carry this little bad boy around, and I could use it that way. It's easier for me instead of grabbing any switches on the truck or any settings on my radio. Okay, and for the servo, for the dig, let me show you guys here. I'm using an old, well, I wouldn't say old, but I replaced the servo on my HPI trophy truck, mini 112 scale. It's the true 110 scale. But the servo, I bought a little Metal Gear upgrade for the servos, and I installed the metal gears on this one. It's an HPI SF.1. So it works pretty good. You can actually hear the metal gears. Listen. Okay, so let me show you guys how the dig works. Okay, so I'm trailing, and then once that dig disengages, it disengages my rear wheel, and it goes back at any speed. Let me give you guys a quick close-up on pretty much all the parts. For more steering, this is actually an AX10, axial AX10 link, actually, one part of the 4-link suspension. This is actually one of those links that all I did was use these e-revo spacers for the progressive bars that they have, and I use them on here just for spacers, so I get more steering. See how it doesn't hit that that diff case right here, and you get more steering out of your honcho. Now let me show you guys the winch. It's tucked away in there, but you can see that cable. That's the cable right there where I soldered to go all the way back here to the battery connection. So it's held on here. It's soldered properly. This is just electric liquid tape, electrical liquid tape, pretty much, and that's that right there. There goes a shot at the servo. And then for the rear, let me show you guys what I used. I actually took the team associated springs, the blue ones, and I put them on the stock shocks. But I still have the you guys can see here the little spring here on top, though, the stock one. So I get some good suspension springiness, pretty much. And of course, this cage back here is the RC 4-wheel drive cage they sell for like 80 bucks, I believe. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the close-ups. So, hope you guys enjoyed me showing you my truck here. Pretty much this is what I've been working on. I actually painted the body yesterday. Here's a little close-up on the body. I painted it yesterday. I'd say it took me around 15 minutes to do the entire body. I have a little trick when it comes to painting bodies. Real easy, real easy. You can get this paint done in 15 minutes, dry and ready to mount. Of course, you have to drill your holes first, or use a reamer, a body reamer, and ream out the holes. I had to make these holes here for the bumper, so that way it sits flush. And of course, the back end is open for the ESC and the battery. But the trick I have for the paint is actually you throw down your light coat, and after your first light coat, what you want to do is grab a blower, a hair blower or whatever, and start drying it out at low heat, and then you cool it down, and then you throw your second coat, a little bit thicker but not too thick. You cool it down and then heat, and then you start throwing your thick coats. Once you put down your thick coats, you want to put your blower on high, and look at that, paint comes out immaculate. No splodges, no nothing, pretty much. So just finger stains, my greasy fingers. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys out in the trails.